guys, Maya here, back again with another sit down video. I know it's been a long time since I've done one of these, but I promise today's sit down video is not sad like the last one. Woo! We love that. So today's video is going to be a life update because it's been a while since I've just sat and talked with you guys like this and let you know like what's going on, where we're at, what's been happening. Last time we did this, I unfortunately had a miscarriage and was obviously devastated, as you can recall. So we'll start there and catch up to present day. So unfortunately, last year, after saving to move to our own place, found out we were expecting, I unfortunately had a miscarriage, and then my grandmother passed away 2 days after my D&C. Unexpectedly got pregnant right again, and I guess it was too close to the last one, so it was not a successful pregnancy. So that really hit hard, and I was waiting for it to pass. It just never passed. My body absorbed it. So after my second miscarriage, I was really sad and in a bad place, in a dark place. I would say even more than the first time, because the first time my pregnancy was awful. So while losing it was really terrible, I felt physically better. The second time my pregnancy was super smooth. So losing that, I felt worse afterwards because I didn't feel better. I think just like it happening twice back to back and so differently, but so similar, really like shocked me and really liked me hard. And I guess because I just had a first miscarriage, it just wasn't the same. People were just kind of like, oh, you'll be okay, you'll get over it, you did the first time. And it's like, yes, I will, and I did, but it was a much harder place. It was confirmed, and then I had my birthday, which you guys saw my birthday vlog, and that was really hard for me. I was trying really hard to like put myself out there and be in a good mood. And then 2 days after that, I was let go. But it is the best thing that ever happened to me. I needed it. I needed it because I was unhappy in the job. Before I found out I was pregnant, even the first time, I was starting to look for something else. And when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, you know what, girl, just do this. And once I had my miscarriages, I was just so devastated and I like emotionally distraught that I wasn't in a place to like even care about work. It was just like, work is work. I got to get through it. I'm not looking for a new job. Like, it is what it is. So being laid off was the best thing to ever happen, because who knows when I would have left, how I would have left, how I would have felt. It really worked out because distraught, terrible, happened right after my birthday, all these bad things, like awful, but it gave me the time I needed to like really chill the fuck out, recover, grieve, feel it all. I was laid off November 17th and just really took time to process everything. Tez has been home on disability, giving his body a rest, so it's worked out that we've been home together to process everything. You know, I feel like most people when COVID happened, everyone kind of like turned in and like was working from home or taking a pause or doing all of these things. And when COVID happened for Tez and I, we ramped it up more. Like, COVID happened, my job started to work from home so we could do even more hours. So I was working like 22-hour days. He was still working in person. Then we got engaged, we planned a wedding, we had a wedding. So we've never had like a real break. You know, when the rest of the world stopped, we didn't stop. It's just been thing after thing after thing after thing. Like COVID, being at my dad's house while we renovated the house across the street, finally moving in across the street, having all these roommates, having the wedding. That's like obviously a huge stressful thing. Then just being like, we hate these roommate situations. Like, this is just not for us. Saving all of our money, finally moving. Miscarriage 1, my grandmother dies. Miscarriage 2, I get laid off. Like, it was just a lot. So these past 6 months have been like so necessary, so vital, so important. Was last year the worst year of my life? Absolutely. Did I have the biggest losses I've ever had in my life? Absolutely. But with those big losses, with thinking like, wow, terrible shit just keeps happening. It just keeps happening and happening and happening. I realized I'm not in control of anything, and I cannot stress myself to be in control of anything. And I don't know if I would have learned that lesson otherwise, but you're looking at a whole new Maya. Like, I am chill, I am calm, I am relaxed. If I make plans for someone for noon, it is not the end of the world if either of us are not there at noon. I've started to move slower. Like, it has just been so necessary, so needed. Like, could I have turned around and gone back to what I needed to do? Yeah, but like, would I have been healed? Would I have been okay with all of that? No. And I feel like having this time at home to be sad was needed. And then eventually that sadness turned to calm. And then that calm turned to like the new normal. And then that new normal turned to a place of just like peace. I literally feel like I have just been in a space and time that was so necessary, you know? I feel like I've had a job since I was 16. I've always worked, always had an internship, always known the next thing, always been on top of it, always been like, what's around the corner? This is my 5-year plan, my 3-year plan, my this year plan, like always. And to like not be working, have no clue what's next, and just be calm, like, that's crazy to me, but it was so needed. So I've just been in my like stay-at-home era. We go to the farmer's market every Saturday. We've been like cooking nonstop. We make every single meal at home, just like in our like farm to table fresh era, you know, like we're not rushing anything. I wake up, I make us like beautiful homemade lattes because we got a milk frother. Like we take our time in the morning, we read together. We've just been relaxing. Like it's crazy because before I met my husband, like I am very social, but I love my alone time. Like I'm a Scorpio. I love my alone time. I need my alone time. Gotta have my alone time. Like it is vital. I could be with my husband every single day, all day for months on end and just be totally fine. And it's not even like, oh, I could. No, we have done it. We are together every single day, all day long. We sit next to each other and like watch TV together or do our own thing, but we're always together. We're always side by side. And it's just kind of crazy to like know so clearly with all that's happened and all the hardships. Like, last year, everything may have gone to shit, but what it showed me about my relationship and my husband was just like, you know, like with him, I don't have to worry about anything. Like as long as we're together, it's all okay. Like I know that's so cheesy, but like it's really true. Like especially something like losing a baby and losing 2 pregnancies. That's something that can really fuck up a relationship and make things hard. And it has just brought us closer together and has really shown me that like no matter what happens tomorrow in the future, like anything, as long as we have each other, we are good. Truly, like I don't need anything else in the world but Tez. And that's really crazy to feel. You know, I feel like people are like, oh, one day I'll like love my husband and he'll be my BFF. But like to truly be like, that is my BFF. Like I don't like anyone that much. Like no, after 10 days with friends, I'm like, kill me now, take me out. You know, like, you know, you spend too much time with your friends, but at some point you're just like, blah, 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 blah. We're not like that. We're not like that. And it's just so nice to know that I could be by him side by side in any situation, in any size house, in any size room, in anything. And it's good. That's my rock. We have each other and we can make anything happen. And so like in all the sadness, I've learned so much. And I feel like, you know, knowing me and just the anxiety I have and how I've always been so high strung, I really thought miscarriage 1 and miscarriage 2 would like tank me. Like I would never be able to be okay again. I would never be normal again. I'd be on edge for anything, like just really like, and for a while I was scared to leave the house, being in the car, driving. I'd just be like, something bad's gonna happen. I was gonna go somewhere and something bad's gonna happen. Like it just really, you know, when you have those bad things happen, you really think the universe hates me, more things are gonna happen. Like the worst has happened. Why wouldn't you walk outside and get hit by a car? Like, hey, why not? Everything else has happened. For a while there, I really was like, holy shit, will I ever get past this? Will I ever be okay? Will I ever feel okay? Thankfully, with time, rest, a beautiful family vacation, you guys saw our Christmas cruise vlogs. That I think was the catalyst to like me feeling better. Just being able to like go somewhere around no one I know besides my family and just let loose and have fun and not have people be like, oh, how's Maya? Is Maya okay? Like, oh, she doesn't seem as happy before. Like, she seems like she doesn't care. Like, she's fine. You know, it's just uncomfortable. And I think when you're someone like me who always has their shit together, to like be in an environment when people are like, oh, what's going on? And you're like, nothing. Absolutely nothing's going on. Like, that's kind of crazy. Everyone's like, so what's next? I don't know. And that's okay. And for the first time ever, I am fine with that and loving the unknown. I've always been so scared of the unknown. And I think just like having plans blow up in our face so clearly has shown us the known, the unknown. The universe is going to go the way it wants. Life is going to happen the way it's supposed to. So why not enjoy it? And I think that's been something I really needed to learn. I've always been pretty materialistic in that I like nice things. I'm a person who loves gifts. I don't party. I don't drink like that. I didn't smoke like that. I didn't go out like that. I spent all my money on handbags, which you can see is my favorite room, my glam room. This is my safe space. I love my things. But I've realized in this transition that I was buying things to make myself feel better. Not that I don't love them or want them. I absolutely do. But it was just like a way of feeling like you feel like you're special, so you treat yourself special. Or your day has been hard and you need a little treat, so get yourself a little treat. And I just realized like, yeah, you could have a job and you could work every day and like make a lot of money. But when I was doing those things, like that money bought convenience. It didn't buy peace. And now that I have true peace, I don't see money the same way and I don't need it the same way. Like, yes, absolutely, I need it to live, but like we can pay for our rent, we can pay for our food, and a little bit of fun. It's beautiful and it's a beautiful life. And to just feel like okay with that. Yeah, I could go to work and hustle and do all these things and buy all these things, but like to wake up at 10 and make myself a cup of coffee with my husband and just enjoy life and take a break and move slow. Like I've never gotten to move slow in my life. I feel like I'm just like a wood fairy nymph who should like make soups and fresh salads from my garden and like just like that's the era I'm in. which I've been loving. Just be calm and settled and at peace, just because I've never felt like that before. I've always been like, next thing. Like I was in high school, I was like, I just got to get to college. And then when I'm in college, I'm just got to finish that. And then I'll be an adult. And then when I'm an adult, I'll be in charge and I'll have all my shit together and I'm gonna have a beautiful house and have a beautiful husband. And we're gonna have kids and it's just gonna be like, so good. And it's like, yes, but who are you? Who is Maya? When Maya's not a sister, a wife, an employee, a student, who is Maya? And I've never known. And this has been the time where I'm getting to know that. And I feel like, yes, was last year disappointing? Absolutely. But had everything worked out, I don't know if I ever would have gotten to know who Maya was. I would have just gone from being like Maya, the big sister, to the daughter, the wife, to the mom, you know, whereas now it's like just Maya. Loving it, living, laughing, you know, just like chilling, you know, just chilling. So I feel like this time has truly been transformative and I feel like I needed it so badly, and that 10 years from now I'm gonna look back and be like, dude, remember when you got laid off right after your birthday and like you had just had that miscarriage and you were so devastated and like, didn't know how things were gonna be, and like that was the catalyst for you where you are now, you know? And I don't know where I'm gonna go. I don't know what's gonna work out. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do in this world and how I want to contribute, but I just know this time has been important and I've needed it, and the universe knew it, and fucked up how they gave it to me. Don't get me wrong. Like, did I need back-to-back trauma and like to be broke down and so small and just devastated and feel like every day was going to be the worst day and like the next day would be awful? No, but in that sadness and in that emptiness, I found me, and I think that's like so important. Yeah. So we went on our beautiful family vacation. We came home. That was really like a reset. Like that really put me in a good headspace, put us in a good headspace. Tess has been ready to go back to work for a little bit, but his field is really slow right now, which thankfully he's on disability and not unemployment. So that's worked out for us. Kind of crazy how the system is, you know, I've worked forever. I've always had a job, and to have my first time be on unemployment and to find out like it's $450 a week, period. Like everybody, you get $450, that's it. It's not a percentage of what you made before, it's $450, like that's it. It's kind of like, whoa. And the craziest part about all of that is like, because Tez is on disability, it's a different system. His disability is as much as I was making full-time 40+ hours a week. Like, if you don't know if you want to go to college, go into a trade, okay? Let me just put that out there. Disclaimer. You got to do something. But if you feel like a trade would be better, do a trade, because they're making bank, okay? Good on them. But yeah, it's truly been a transformative experience just being home with him. He's getting a little antsy and he's definitely ready to go back to work, whereas I, on the other hand, have just not felt that at all. Like, yes, money's necessary, but do I feel like I have to work to feel good about myself? No. I think I've realized I've always tied my identity to what I can do for others, and last year taught me it doesn't matter what you do for others. What can you do for yourself? Because you can pour into others and pour into others and pour into others, and they will not pour back into you. You can show up for people every single time. They will not show up for you if they don't want to. Exhausting yourself to help others because you think one day they'll do it for you, not the way to go. Do it to do it. Don't do it for anything in return. Put your mask on before helping others. And I think I finally reached that point and realized, like, I don't give a fuck. It's not about Tez, not about Monty. To a certain extent, if it's not about my family, like, I don't give a fuck. Your problems are not my problems. I can't anymore. I will show up. I'll be a good friend. I'll do what I need to do, but I'm not doing the extras. And that has been so fucking freeing to just say no to shit. Like, no, thank you. I don't want to do that. That's not fun for me. Like, that's crazy. And yes, I will say, like, these past few years, I've just been so overwhelmed and so beat down and so exhausted that, like, either I said yes to things because I felt like I had to make other people happy, or I said no because not that I didn't want to, but the thought of just doing another thing was just like, I don't want to go out on this Saturday. I just went out every single day and like, I just want to be home. Whereas now it's like, tomorrow I'm going to a day party called Familiar Faces LA. I will most likely run into people from college. It's going to be packed. It's going to be Black people swag surfing and just like, it's going to be a whole thing. And it's my friend's birthday and I'm going for her. But I'm actually in a place where I'm okay to go. I'm not miserable about the thought of going. I'm not like, oh my God, I got to do this for Amber and I got to show up even though I don't want to. I'm like, you know what? You're going to have a fucking good time. You don't have anything you need to be worried about. You're going to have a good time. If you see people, you know, hey guys, what's up? Yeah, I'm great. I'm living, I'm loving, I'm laughing. And just keep it pushing. And that's a crazy mindset because these past few months I've been worried to run into people if I'm not my same self, for them to be like, oh yeah, I saw Maya had a miscarriage. Like she seems a little nervous, apprehensive, off. She doesn't seem as fun or as happy. Or if I am too much, that people are like, oh, guess she doesn't care and she's good. And it's just, I've reached a point where it's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go tomorrow, I'm gonna have a good time, I'm gonna dance the songs I want to dance, I'm gonna turn up the ones I don't, I'm not. And it's just so freeing to finally fucking feel okay doing Maya. Revolutionary, needed, necessary. But because I've had so much time to just relax, I can do those extra things without feeling like dreadful about it. Like, just like, I finally feel like I've recovered, I've rested, I've caught up. You know, and when you've never had a summer break, when I say I've always had a job, an internship, a camp, a something, like I have never had a single more than 2 week period in my life where it's just like chilling. Ever. I've always had something. So this has been like the best thing ever. I've started bedazzling. You know, I took up some crafts and hobbies, so I started bedazzling. You guys saw a video on that. I've been reading again. I've just been doing things that make me feel good and like rediscovering who I am in a good way outside of trauma. Like, yes, this started because of trauma, but how it's progressed and with the recovery and the time to just like get myself together, get my life together, for Tez to recover from all this trauma and having to take care of me and all of these things, like, has been such an amazing time. And I'm so thankful for the universe for giving it to me. Like, thank you. Don't like the way you did it, but thank you. So that's been really good. What's happening with us? Tez is waiting to go back to work, so he's definitely getting antsy. I am not feeling that same antsiness, but my unemployment is going to run out. And I've been trying to figure out what I want to do and looking at stuff and applying. I just want to do what makes sense. I don't know if I want to necessarily work 40 hours a week for like someone else or the man or whatever. Obviously, in my ideal world, I would be a stay-at-home wife and eventually mother one day. Until Tez goes back to work, I'm not comfortable with that once my unemployment runs out. So I'm really trying to figure out what makes sense. Do I want to do something part-time? Do I want to do something full-time? I definitely want to work from home. I am not interested in going somewhere every single day. I think my last in-person job being like downtown LA, like, no. So I gotta figure out what makes sense, but y'all could watch this video and like it and comment and follow me, and I could be a famous YouTuber and not have to work and just put out great content for you. So like, what are you waiting for? Could you click that notification bell, like, subscribe, say, this is the best video ever, Maya. Can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you. I've been really working on my TikTok. I've been really working on my YouTube channel. As you guys know, I posted 14 weeks in a row every single Monday. Killing it on the Maya Mondays. I've been posting TikToks like every other day. Like, really, this is the thing. It's like, I have had so much stuff in my phone that like I filmed in the moment and just never cared to upload. I didn't feel good. I wasn't in the mood. Whereas now I'm like just getting all that old shit off my plate so I can start fresh, and it feels good. It feels like a purge. It feels like, you know, like spring cleaning, you know, like just to get all old shit done and like, yeah. So like, even though I'm doing nothing, I feel so productive. I feel good about myself. I feel good about my days. Even on days when I do nothing, I'm like, bitch, you deserve this nothing. Like, you have been working for the man, for your family, for everyone else forever. If you don't do anything for 10 days in a row, you deserve to do nothing for 10 days in a row. Not true, but you know what I mean? So that's just been like amazing to have that and to feel that and to not feel the guilt with like, you know, I just feel like as Black women, we're supposed to be so strong and like just always have our shit together and take care of everyone else and just always be like that solid rock, and like to not have to feel that. Woo! Yeah, I love it. Yeah, so this next chapter is finding what serves me, what makes sense in terms of a job, just to have money, you know, because we do need to live. Doesn't need to be anything amazing because, as I said, unemployment is $450 a week. So like, as long as it's that, great. And I understand that like if it's more, then I have to do more. And so part of me doesn't want that. I just feel like I'm okay. Is it a waste of a brilliant mind? Maybe. But I'm on my fun employment LA, like figuring out where life takes me and who I am kind of vibe. And I've never had that. And so it's interesting, and it's a little late to have it at 31, but I fuck with it. And I'm glad I'm learning who Maya is now before more things happen and our family expands. So on the job front, I'm trying to figure out what makes sense, what serves me. In my ideal world, I would work at like, if I had to go somewhere, if I had to go into a job, in my ideal world, I would manage like a super funky bookstore / coffee shop that's like not busy and crowded, but like is a curated space, and I play like great music and like book recommendations. Cause I worked at a bookstore like during summers and I loved it. It was my favorite job ever. So like ideally it would be something like that, like low maintenance, work is done, you don't take it home. Or it's something more than that, maybe like online tutoring. You know, I've been teaching my brother how to drive. I have no training in like teaching, but he's really learning. Every week when I quiz him on the questions from last week, he's doing well. And I feel like if I can do it with Marley and really make that one-on-one connection, why couldn't I tutor? Maybe something like that. Reviews, anything from home. I feel like either it has to be something I don't care about that's just like simple, basic 4 hours a day, give me my money, we're done. Or it's something that like is energy and effort, but something I'm passionate about. Obviously, I love doing events and stuff like that. And in this time, I've actually worked with my friend Shay on an event. I helped support her in an event she had at a yoga studio. We something for Black History Month, where it was like a move and create and a flow and flex. And to plan a reasonable event in a reasonable time with a reasonable budget and expectations, I could do it all day long. So something like that, I feel like obviously I would thrive at, but I don't want to beg for money. I do not want to fundraise. Nope, I don't want to beg for shit. Absolutely not. Would love to plan stuff, but it has to be reasonable. I don't want someone to be like, oh, I want Cirque du Soleil and I have $200. Fuck out of here. I want to have a beautiful graduation party for 20 and here's my budget. Make something happen. And I could be like, hello, we could do it. But something like that. So yeah, so we'll see what's next, what happens career-wise. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't know. Definitely it's gonna be something that doesn't overwhelm me, that I don't feel like I've sold my soul to do. So we'll see. On the family front. So right now I'm home, Tez is home. It would make sense, but until we're financially stable and ready, we are just not trying to get into that right now. So we haven't been actively trying, which is weird because with all that happens, I do feel behind at this point. I should have had a baby or be a week away from having a baby. Mother's Day just passed. And so it's weird to feel like in limbo. Like I feel like everyone's moved on and I've just kind of been stuck, but I've chosen to be stuck. And so sometimes I'm totally okay with that and I'm like, thank God. And then other times I'm really sad about it. So it all comes away, but it really just depends. I will say like overall day to day, my feelings are good. I am okay. I am happy. I am calm, all of that. I will say there are moments when I do get sensitive about it. Like if someone I know unexpectedly announces and it's like, wow, they weren't even trying. Like, yay, so great for them. Or Mother's Day, certain days are really, but I've been taking care of me and putting me first. And I think in this entire process, it's had me like get back to the things I like. Because for a while there, my phone felt really unsafe. Every time I opened my phone, it was babies, pregnancy, a pregnancy related ad, an infertility ad. Just like I couldn't enjoyably scroll the way I want to. And obviously everything that's happened in Palestine and the Congo and Sudan, like as someone who's lost children, it makes me really, really sad to like think about these things happening to these kids. So I did the most brilliant thing ever. And if anyone is struggling with their mental health and just feels like they are not in a safe space when you're on your phone or you're just seeing stuff you don't want to see, I made myself a Tumblr and I set my age at 21. And when selecting the stuff I liked, anything that made me feel any type of way, I scrolled right on past. I scrolled right on past politics. I scrolled right on past fitness. I scrolled right on past pregnancy and family and did like dogs, cats, fashion, books, just fucking fluff. Just fucking fluff. And it is the best thing I've done because Mother's Day weekend, instead of being like, I can't be on my phone, I was on my phone looking at pretty pictures of pink princesses and glam rooms and leopards and just giving myself a fucking break. I feel like, back in the day, you could like turn your brain off to the outside world. And now with cell phones, which I love my cell phone, you are constantly a part of it. You're constantly being bombarded with news and highlight reels of other people's life. And when you're not necessarily in a good place, it's really hard to just like see all these things. And I think making that conscious decision to have like one platform on my phone that is only nice things, that is only fluff, that is only a safe space has been so good for me and really makes me feel like I can take a deep breath when I'm on my phone and just, because when things happen like what happened last year, your mind goes crazy. And so sometimes it's like, well, just don't be on your phone. And it's like, yeah, but then my mind is, sometimes you just need that. And I have to say, I'm really proud of myself. I have not taken an Ativan in months, which is amazing. So this is just me. This is not because of my anxiety medication or anything else, or I'm just like pacifying myself. This is just me. I've worked through it. I've acknowledged all my feelings. I'm aware of what's happened. I've processed it all. And I know that like, yeah, if there's a day I am overwhelmed, I can take it, but I haven't had to. And I really thought Mother's Day weekend would be that point, and I didn't have to. And I will say on Mother's Day, like I didn't have a sad cry. I cried for hope for the future when I did my pregnancy affirmations, and I cried, out of sweetness for my husband and like how he decided to celebrate me, but it wasn't sad cries. I didn't cry on Mother's Day because I wasn't a mother. And I thought on Mother's Day I'd be like devastated. And so to not feel that is just, it's really a testament to like show me how far I've come, which makes me feel so good, that like I didn't just push past it and keep going and bury myself. I sat in the silence. Like I confronted who the fuck I am, what's happened, where I'm at, and what I'm feeling. And like, It's hard. But who I am now on the other side of this, I'm so much calmer. I'm so much more at peace. I'm so much freer. I've had anxiety forever, and you would think post everything that's happened, I'd have the worst anxiety in my life. And yet somehow, even with that like occasional lingering sadness, I feel the best I have ever felt. Like, I'm an adult. I am in charge of my space. I am safe in my space. I am safe with the people I surround myself with. Everyone I'm around is around because I want them around, or they want me around. Like, they don't want shit from me. They're not waiting for me to fuck up. Like, it's just freeing. Like, it's just been so transformative. So we're still waiting on the baby thing, you know? And yes, I would love to have a baby in my arms right now. And sometimes they feel empty, but also I have never had time in my life to just chill and like relax and like, you know, put my feet up and smoke weed at 2:00 on a Tuesday. Like, I've never ever done that. I've never done that. So to do it now, weird, but great. I feel like so many people have like partying phases and like going out phases and just like that like young adult who am I discovery phase. And I was always so sure in myself and like what the next path was that I never did it. You know, like I didn't drink until I turned 21, and even then I didn't drink like that. I didn't smoke until I was like 28. You know, I didn't smoke weed, and everyone around me always has, and I never have. I've always been so straight edge. And so to just feel like free and like no responsibility, like I am only responsible for Maya, Montez, and Monty. I'm not responsible for my mom, my dad, my brothers, my sisters, my cousins, my friends. I'm not responsible. I can help if I want to, but I'm not responsible for everyone's happiness. And that is just mind-blowing, you know, like to realize at this age, like, it's been great. It's been really a weird time. Everyone's been like, how have you been? How are you feeling? What's going on? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, like, yeah. Like, yeah, every once in a while, all the emotions catch up, or certain things like, you know, oh, certain things make you sad, obviously. But in just my day-to-day going, like, I am so chill, so calm, so free. And I never knew I could be like this. I feel like it was just so needed, because the type of uptight person I was, like, if I had just gone straight into motherhood, I think I really would have been like, and like, yes, now I have a different fear when it comes to motherhood, and I do have that lingering like, oh my god, something can never happen to my baby when I have my baby, like, oh my god. And yes, that is there, but like, it's gonna be okay. You can handle anything. You know what's best for you. You know what's best for your family. You are okay, and you are in charge and on top of it. Like, that's just been great. And I will say also, just like being at home and like getting to be in charge of my day and like feeling like I'm the boss of Maya, I don't answer to anyone else, is whoa, love it. Like, yeah, so that's been really good. What else? Yeah, so I'm hoping, you know, Tez goes back to work as soon as possible, the next week, month, whatever he wants to go. I want him to go. I want to find something that makes sense for me to do from home, part-time, hopefully, or if the right job falls into my lap, full-time. But I'm never selling my soul again. I'm never giving everything to a job. I'm never working blood, sweat, and tears and bones for a company that will lay you off 2 days after your birthday and a second miscarriage and know all of that. You know, like, they don't give a fuck, and that's okay. But that means I need to only give a fuck here. And I needed to learn this. I needed to know these things. And like, that's why this time is good. And I feel good about everything that's happened. Hopefully, you know, we will get pregnant soon, and that will be okay. I have just been praying and praying and praying and praying and praying that the next time it does happen, it is the right time and it is meant to be. And I'll be ready in mind, body, and spirit for everything to work out. And our baby will be ready to come to us. And just enjoying myself as this Maya until that happens has really been good. Just getting to be young and carefree for the first time ever, and footloose and fancy free. And I've never been that way, you know? So this has been really so necessary and so needed. Trying to figure out what makes sense for us long term. We really love this house, but is LA where we want to be? I don't know. If I weren't born here and didn't have my friends here, would I be here? Would I have moved here? No. Am I interested in Hollywood and nightlife and any of that? No. But where makes sense is brown people who don't have children yet, who don't know what our children will be, how they will be. I don't want to move anywhere where if my children are gay or transgender, they'll be persecuted, or God forbid I have something happen again and I need a DNC and I can't because the state doesn't give a fuck. Like, I'm not interested in that. So I really have been like, is this where we want to be just price-wise? Would we want to be closer to family somewhere else? So we've been really thinking about all of that. I'm just enjoying life. So, life update. What's Maya doing? Not a fucking thing. And loving it. I've been working on my bedazzling. I've been loving that. I think I'm going to get more into that. Maybe I'll start selling some stuff, working on growing my channel, building this, and just holding myself accountable. And like, if I'm going to show up for other people, I need to show up for me. And part of showing up for me is this. Every Monday, you guys getting a video, come hell or high water. It does not matter. Every Monday. And I've really been doing that, and I've really been proud of myself, because let me tell you, those cruise vlogs were pain in the ass to edit, but to every Monday show up no matter what. It doesn't matter if your computer storage is fucked. It doesn't matter if it doesn't want to do it. You sit there and spend the time and put something up, and put something up that's good. And that has been really forcing me to like get creative. And as someone who's always felt like a square in a family full of circles, it's interesting to kind of be a little circular, still a square, but I'm a little, you know. I think it's like part of the gene. So just like to feel like I have a creative outlet and I can create and make beautiful things in this world. And I will say, like, I have found that with bedazzling, it has really calmed my mind. Like in a season where I felt like a failure for not being able to make something beautiful, to in turn get to make something beautiful that takes time and effort and energy and requires you showing up and being patient has really been a lot for me, and so good. I'm just working on being at peace, being patient in the unknown, in this kind of in between, this waiting room of life until the next chapter comes, until we go back to work, until we get pregnant and safely bring our baby into this world. I'm just enjoying this ride. I don't want to look back on this time and be like, oh, I wasted it. I was miserable. I was so anxious about money, or like, we got to go to work or something has to happen. Nope. If this is the only break I ever get, I used it wisely. And isn't that a beautiful thing? If this is the only break I ever get, I used it wisely. I learned who Maya really is. I've fallen in love with myself and life and my husband all over again. I have just really found value in me, just being myself, just being me, and not what I do for others or how I serve others. And that has been just truly revolutionary. So I hope you guys enjoyed this rambling life update. I wanted to give you guys an understanding of like where I'm at and the place I'm in, so it makes sense, because like it's just been a lot going on. It was just like miscarriage, birthday, cruise, you know, like what's going on with you though. And so this is me now, just calm, happy, in control, waiting to see where the universe takes me and what's next, and seeing all the signs, enjoying them, and just doing some healing. And I truly feel like if this is something you can do, if you can take the time to find out who you are, especially coming off of a hard season of life, do it. Don't stuff things down. Don't bury things down. Don't just keep pushing and like, yeah, go to therapy and do your once a week, but like there's so much more to that, you know? And I've just been really in touch with myself and in tune. I keep a little log of my mood, so anytime I do cry, I write it down so that I know and I can see how long it's been since I last really felt bad, because for a while there was every single day I felt bad all day. It never felt good. I never had a breakthrough for a while there. I was really, you know, in the darkest place. And then to see like, wow, I haven't felt bad like this in 2 weeks. I haven't felt bad in a month, you know, like I haven't felt bad in 3 months. Like that's huge. And to just see like the distance on those things, like when you're in it, you're so in it and you think, will I ever be okay again? Will I ever be happy again? And to know that there is happiness on the other side of hardship, that there is happiness on the other side. And also like, I'm not happy because a Band-Aid's been put on it. I'm not happy because God said, shut up, here's a baby, you're good. No, I don't have anything more than I had then. I have not gained anything since everything I lost but myself. And that is so important. Because I lost a lot, but did I ever know Maya? What? That's crazy, you know, like this has just been such an important time. And I hate that all these bad things had to happen for me to feel like this, but like, to not have known this, to never have known this Maya, that's even scarier. And that says a lot, like, to know that my bounce back and the person I come after trauma, it's not hard, it's not bitter. It's still a person filled with love, but I know the order of what's important, you know? I used to always put myself last, always. And now, first is Maya. Dude, this is emotional as hell. Like, it's crazy to feel like you love yourself again and you love your life again, even when like everything's still fucked up. Like, I don't have a job, Tess isn't working, we don't have a baby, and that's okay. I have a roof over my head, love in my heart, love by my side. That's all I need. Yeah, so This is the new Maya. I'm so happy to have met her. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting her. She's here to stay. Yeah, it's all gonna be okay. Every day gets better. Every day we're stronger. I just feel so relieved. I just thought I was gonna be miserable forever, you know? I was gonna be sad forever. And to feel not that at all, not even to feel okay, but to feel better. Just to be intentional with my life and my time and my energy. It's just been so freeing, and like just to feel, I don't give a fuck what people think of me. I don't give a fuck. I say, no, you don't like it, tough shit, you know? It's just been, whoa. And you know what I mean, you know, like I'm the eldest daughter. I've always had it together, had a plan, just been like, you know, you could always count on Maya. And like just to honestly like take a step back, but then to realize like even after I've taken a step back, everyone still loves me the same. Yeah, they're mad I won't help as much, but they love me the same. So I hope, you know, if you feel like people don't appreciate you or they only love you because you show up for them, A, fuck them. But B, when you stop showing up for them in that way and you start putting yourself first, the right people are still gonna love you. They will. The right people are still gonna love you. It might not be the people you're around, but you'll find the right people. The moment I started telling my friends, like, I need something back, I can give, but I can't, you know, you can't just take, like, we need to. And I've just reevaluated my friendships. People have been pushed aside, and others, we've rearranged the relationship and just transformed it so much. And, like, really just been a beautiful blessing. This has all been the most beautiful blessing. And it's weird for me to give a life update and not be like, oh, I'm working here, we're pregnant, this is happening, that's not. Like, this is a life update of just like, oh yeah, we've been chilling. But life update, we've been chilling, and I love it, and I'm so happy, and I'm proud of who I am now and where I've come, and it just feels freeing to like feel like that, you know, like I'm in charge of my life. I'm the master of my destiny in the universe, and everything I want, I will achieve and I will get. It won't be on my time, and that's okay. And I know the love I put into the world will come back to us. I know it's all gonna be okay. Ignore me being a little for my tears of happiness and just growth. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, even though it was a long, doozy, emotional, all over the place. But you know, I said I was gonna do it. I said I was giving you a life update, gave you a life update. Next week's video will be part 1 of our Big Bear vlogs. As I said, we went on a family trip to Big Bear, the whole Them People's Clans. Okay, it's a mess. Took us 10 hours to get there. I wasn't even planning on vlogging and didn't decide to actually vlog until we were in Big Bear. Tell me why I am such a vlogger, that I had automatically just started, even when I was not vlogging, like instead of just being like a cute Instagram story, I had done it like this. So I have content from the whole time. So you guys are really gonna enjoy that, because if you like the Christmas cruise ones, you'll like this one as well. So that's coming because it was 5 days of madness. And then I'm thinking I would give you guys a glam room tour, because I never officially showed you guys this beautiful space of mine. You can't even see the best parts. We'll go from there. If you have any video suggestions, leave them down below. Thank you guys for watching, supporting, and loving this channel, loving me and all my content. Please subscribe. I'm really trying to make this a thing. If I could make this a job, like, woo! And in order to do that, I need you guys to subscribe. I need you guys to like. I need you guys to comment, because I'm gonna keep posting. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. I'll see you next Monday. Bye, guys.